Hey, welcome to the channel. If you like stories where humanity refuses to kneel, subscribe and stay with us. Let's begin. In the black between stars, where empires carve their names into dying suns, a single human voice whispers two words that shatter. Galaxies never again, the Vayari Dominion. Laughed first, they laughed as they glassed Earth's oceans. They laughed as they dragged survivors in chains across the eye. They laughed until the laughter stopped. The sky over New Kyoto is bleeding copper. Orbital lances stitch the horizon with white-hot threads. Each impact a heartbeat that never finishes. Ash drifts in slow motion, catching the light like dying fireflies. A child's shoe sits upright in the rubble. Left foot. Velcro strap melted into the rubber sole. Inside, a tiny sock still clings to shape. Vayari boots descend, iridescent ceramite, jointed like insect shells. The lead soldier, Sub-Commander Vale Keth, tilts his crest, tasting the air through chem sensors. His squad fans out, pulse rifles humming a low, satisfied note. "Mark the site," he says, voice layered through translator membranes. Another primate nest, clear for reclamation. They laugh. The sound is wind chimes made of knives. Below the collapsed sky dome, Captain Elias Thorne crawls through a drainage culvert that used to be a subway line. His left arm ends just below the elbow, cauterized by his own plasma knife. The stump throbs in time with the orbital strikes. He doesn't waste breath on pain. He counts 1, 2, 3 each. Number of promise, the culvert opens into a maintenance bay. Emergency strobes paint everything. The color of old blood. A dozen survivors huddle behind. Overturned maglev cars, civilians. 2 off-duty Marines, a teenage girl clutching a broken violin case like it's armor. Thorns. I sweep them. No panic. Good. He kneels beside a dying power conduit. Sparks kiss his cheek. He pulls a cracked data slate from his vest. Screen spiderwebbed but still glowing. 1 line of code, 1 frequency. The Marines notice him first. "Captain?" The word is a question and a prayer. Thorne doesn't answer. He taps the slate once above, Sub-Commander. Vale Keth watches his HUD paint the city in neat grid lines. Every heat signature cataloged. Every scream archived. "Primitive," he murmurs. They build their tombs vertical. His second, a young drone named Tysra, hesitates. "Sir?" "The child's footwear. Inventory at museum." "Peace." Tysra's tentacles twitch. He is barely out of creche. His rifle feels too heavy. The ground answers before he can. A vibration, not the latest, deeper, older. Vale Keth's crest flares. Report. Every drone's HUD flickers, then dies. In the maintenance bay, the strobes cut to black. The survivors. Asked by Thorne's slate pulses once soft blue. He stands. The stump of his arm drips. He doesn't wipe. "Listen," he says. Silence. Falls like a blade. From the planet's core, something rises. Not sound. Not light. A pressure behind the eyes. The Vayari dropships overhead stutter mid-flight. Engines choke. 1 spirals, trailing fire into the bay's ruined roof. Metal screams. Tysra. First to see it, a human, one-armed, walking. Through the fire, Thorne steps over the burning dropship. His shadow stretches impossible lengths. Behind him, the survivors follow, not because he uttered, because the alternative is staying still. Vale. Keth raises his rifle. The targeting reticle refuses to lock. Thorne stops 10 meters away. Ash settles on his shoulders like epaulets. He speaks, voice raw, but steady. "You counted wrong." Vale Keth's translator glitches. The words come out backwards. Thorne smiles. The expression does not reach his eyes. He lifts the slate. The screen shows a single heartbeat, human, slow. He presses it to the Sub-Commander's chest plate. Heartbeat syncs with the planet's new Rhythm. Every Vayari soldier within a kilometer drops to their knees. Neural implants flood with static, with memory not theirs. A mother's last breath, a city's last. Sunrise, a child's shoe. Tysra rips off his helmet, his eyes are wide. Pupils blown. Thorn leans close, whispers so only the boy hears. Tell your lords the lesson begins now. He walks past. The survivors follow. Behind them, the dropship's reactor detonates. Not enough to kill. Enough to erase the laughter. The last thing Valeketh sees is the child's shoe, still upright. Now glowing faintly blue. The war moon ecliptic judgment hangs above a gas giant like a tumor. Its surface is a lattice of bone-white docks and black gun spines. Inside, the high conclave convenes in a chamber grown from the spine of a leviathan. Lord Kethvorin, promoted after New Kyoto, stands at the center. His armor is patched with salvage, his voice no longer sings. Earth is contained, he says. The primates are broken, matriarch. Silthera floats opposite. Neural crown pulsing like a dying star, her third eye dilates. You lost 3 fleets. Acceptable attrition, a hollow. Blooms. Earth's orbit. Debris. Fields out then movement ships, human ships, hull plates mismatched. Engines bleeding blue fire that warps. Starlight. They move wrong like they're skipping frames of reality. Silthera's voice is silk over. Razors. They're burning chronal. Residue, time itself is fuel. Kethvorin's mandibles click. Let them come. We will, The chamber doors explode inward, smoke. Rolls. A figure steps through. Female Vayari. Height. Human eyes. Her skin is a constellation of scars. That glow faint blue. In her hand, Thorn's severed arm. Still clutching the slate. The conclave freezes. She speaks in perfect Vayari. But the words are wrong. Backwards, like time unwinding. You taught us pain. We learned volume. She crushes the Kriyad. The arm detonates. Not with fire. With memory. Every elder sees it. Feels earth's fall. A child's scream. A mother's last breath. Silthera convulses neural. Crown sparking. The woman smiles. Thorns smile. Phase 2. The war moon's core begins to sing. The same. Heartbeat louder. Kethvorin lunges. Too late. The woman is already gone. Only her voice lingers. Tell your gods the primates are done kneeling. Alarm scream. The hollow shows. Human ships breaching the moon's defense. Not with weapons. With silence. One ship docks. No. Boarding pods. Just a single airlock cycling open. A figure steps. Outthorn alive. His arm regrown wrong, black. Crystal tendrils where flesh should be. He walks the corridors alone. Vayari soldiers raise. Weapons lower them. Their HUDs show the heartbeat. He reaches the conclave chamber. The doors are gone. The elders float in fetal positions. Thara looks up. Her third eye is bleeding light. What are you? Thorn's voice is quiet. We are the echo you tried to silence. He raises the crystal arm. It unfurls like a flower of knives. The heartbeat stops. The war moon's lights die. In the dark, Thorn whispers, count again. The edge of the galaxy, a dead star. Around it orbits a ring of bone and metal. Human bones. Vayari armor fused into a single structure. A cathedral of defiance. Inside, Thorn stands at the altar. His crystal arm pulses with starlight. His eyes are voids around him, the coalition. Kragvul. Krogan exile. Half his face replaced with scavenged plating. Lyra. Tavora hacker. Her mind leaking light through cranial ports. Tysra. The Vayari child soldier. Tentacles nailed to the floor by his own choice. They watch a hollow. The Dominion's core worlds. One by one, going dark, not destroyed, changed. Crag. Vul grunts, you're poisoning the stars. Thorn doesn't. Blink, we're cauterizing the wound. Lyra's Voices static, the conclave offers surrender. Thorn's laugh is glaciers cracking. Tysra whispers, Keth Voren comes alone. He wants to parley. Silence. Thorn turns to Tysra. You brought him here. Tisra's tentacles tremble. I brought him to see. The cathedral doors open. Keth Voren steps through. No armor, no escort. Just a blade made of his own crest, snapped and sharpened. He looks at Thorn, at the ring of bones, at the coalition that should not exist. His voice is small. What are you? Thorn steps forward. The crystal arm unfurls. We are what happens when you teach. Pray the taste of gods. Keth Voren raises the blade not to strike, to offer. Thorn takes it. The heartbeat stops. Every screen in the galaxy flares. White. A single line of text burns across the void. Never. Again, thanks for watching.